What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz podcast, all the football fans. We're finna talk NFL Week 9 picks and predictions and a couple best bets here and there. And we're also going to recap Thursday Night Football where the Steelers beat the Titans in somewhat of a nail biter. As always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on Thursday night and comment your bets because we want to hear them. I'm Paul. Pick 'em, win 'em, and I'm joined with.
You already know, man. It's your boy Kev, Water Blessed Boy, aka the Don PYE. And I'm in this bitch with the beautiful Miss Mia Bella. And excuse my motherfucking voice. Allergy season, sick nigga season, temperature dropping season. So they're trying to get my ass, but I refuse. I'm drinking that ginger tea as we speak.
That boy's not going to go down.
I ain't going out. I ain't going out like Aaron Rodgers.
And
I'm immunized.
let them know you immunized, man. That shit was such a big deal last year. That shit, comedy
That
watching
shit
all.
was like, bro, at this point, I think that shit was 2 years ago.
But yeah, probably it was 2 years ago. But people were acting like motherfucking like Rogers gave their grandmother COVID personally, like like fucking the way that people were reacting to it, like fucking.
But yo, baby, spill this tea on my cat. You ain't shit.
But man, Thursday night football. It's opened up with the primetime game. Steelers beating Titans 20-16. I had +3. Sitting there mad they didn't get covered in +3. I thought they were gonna win outright, and fuck, they had a chance, man. And Will Levis leaned the team down. 10 seconds left. He throws the interception in the red zone to Quan Alexander. Game sealer, game over. They asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I was just trying to make a play." Then he paused for a second, and then he was like, I just didn't make the play. Next time I will make the play. I don't know. He said some gangster shit. I was like, I kind of like that attitude out of Will Levis. And like, even though they lost, I feel like the Titans fans are sitting at home like, we got our guy. Like, we got ourselves our quarterback for a little while.
Bro, you know I was high on Will Levis until that motherfucker fucking exploded on us. I'm been high on Will Levis. I think he didn't play a terrible game, but you know, if he could have made the play, next time he'll make the play. The Steelers defense, though, that was a pretty phenomenal play. I'm not gonna lie to you. Holding George Pickens to -1 yards. I'm just saying, team looking kind of dominant.
Yeah, Pickens. I mean, Steelers get the win. Pickens with -1 yard, 2 catches. He was clearly frustrated after the game. And then he even goes onto social media. As of right now, as of we're recording right now, Kev, Pickens has deleted all his pictures on Instagram that include the Steelers. The only thing on there right now is you'll see him from his college days at Georgia. And he posted on his story, "Free me," and then later deleted that story. But, of course, the internet lives forever. That shit's still going around. I mean, I understand the sentiment. Like, he is like a fucking Ferrari that right now is in like a 25 mile per hour zone, which is Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada. But it's not a good look if you win the game and then you post that. Like, if you're Devontae Adams after the losses and shit, I understand it. But like, you can't. It's not a good look. Like, I don't know, but other teams probably still want him. But it's like, that's not the winning mentality. Like, your team got the dub, and Deontay Johnson, second game back, got his first touchdown for the Steelers all year. And you're unhappy that you didn't get the looks. I don't know. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, even though I understood the sentiment.
I 100% agree with you. I feel like it's not my business. I don't know exactly what goes on in the Steelers locker room. So I don't know exactly if there's more to it than just this game. Maybe something was said. Maybe somebody felt a type of way. But that's not a good look in general. Because, like, if anything actually happened behind the scenes, then that's behind the scenes. You can't go to the media screaming "free me." Like, that's kind of crazy. And it looks way worse that you won because now it's like, and you know how they quick to throw the diva title under on the wide receiver. Like, it's just not a good look, and you're not learning from past people, from people in the past that didn't look too good doing stuff like that. If this was basketball, it would be a little different, but it's football. Like, it's the NFL. Like, there's 32 teams and like 64 starting receivers. Like, motherfuckers is looking. Like, you feel me? So I look at that, but when I talk about this game, it wasn't bad. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Will Levis, he put up like 260. Like he had a great. I mean, still his defense was making big plays, like sacking him and shit. But like they're kind of like that bend don't break defense. I'm realizing like they'll let you get down to the red zone, and then they kind of tighten up once they get into the red zone.
Yeah, I would say the Steelers' offense was moving in this game. I feel like this is probably. I'm used to them being so stagnant and not doing much. So watching them move down the drive to get drives, and even the like certain plays like that drive when dude stepped out of bounds for the touchdown, like they low-key would have covered if they kept that up.
Yeah, and like Deontay Johnson, I mean, his route running, like he just be getting open. Like that's my thing with Pickens is like Deontay Johnson is open. Like you can't be getting mad if homie's getting 8 targets and he's slicing up the zone. Like he's cut like man on man ain't working. He has his footwork is crazy, and his IQ of knowing where to like he's similar to he's like Devontae Adams, but like a few tiers down, where like he's able to be like a quarterback at the wide receiver spot the way he's able to cut up, and his route running is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, great game. Hopefully the Titans figure it out. Continue bouncing back. Will Levis does his thing. But did I pick the Steelers?
You took the Steelers. I had the Titans. You almost rocked whenever Minka was out. You almost rocked the Titans, but you stuck with the Steelers.
Just because they beat our ass last week, but good pick. Sorry, I'm 1-0.
Now let's jump into the Sunday slate. We're gonna start off 9:30 Eastern Time kickoff. We're going to Frankfurt, Germany. Maybe future AFC Championship game potential. Who knows? We got the Chiefs technically at home, where they're 1.5 point favorite in Germany against the Miami Dolphins. And we got I'm gonna hit on it now. You know who I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with the Dolphins. And it's like I hate that we're playing the Chiefs coming off a loss, just like how we played the Eagles coming off their first loss. Like these are two high caliber teams that don't usually lose back to back games. And usually they lose a game. Andy Reid off a loss is like he's fucking wizard. Like coming off a loss, we be cooking. So like it's not the how I want us to play them, but I like us in this matchup. I know their defense is playing better, but a Tyreek Hill revenge game, like he's been showcasing to the world why he came to Miami already. And people are like, people like to say like, oh well, Tua got Tyreek, like Tua ain't much. Well, look at Devontae Adams and Jimmy G. People thought Tua and Jimmy G. People were really saying Miami should trade for Jimmy G a couple of years ago when Tua was the quarterback. And look at Devontae Adams and Jimmy G. Like, well, how come Jimmy G isn't slinging for fucking 300-yard games every week in and out? He got Devontae Adams. Why is it not working? Like that should just showcase what Tyreek Hill is and what this offense is. And I just think the Tyreek Hill revenge game factor. And the last time we played them, it came down to the wire. Like this was without Tyreek Hill. Tua threw for like 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, had the interception, even ran for a touchdown himself. And he was throwing to like Jeremiah Grant. We still had Gesicki, fucking Devontae Parker on one leg, Ford, like people that are not even in the league anymore. And now we got Tyreek Hill. We're getting our Terran Armstead might play Ramsey's second game back. We saw what he did last week, and I just think this is like everything's lining up good, minus the fact Chiefs are coming off a loss. Other than that, I feel really confident about this team.
Frankfurt is lit. When I saw that they playing this game in Germany, I was like, that's so fun. And then I got mad when I realized how early I got to wake up to watch this shit. But
it's also, you think this would be the most watched early game, like out of all the Londons and all? I think so too.
If you don't watch this, you're gonna be mad because it's gonna be a great game, great, phenomenal game. I think it should have been a pick 'em.
Basically, it is 1.5.
I should have been 1-1. It should have been 0. This should have been. There is no favorite.
Technically, neutral field too.
Yeah, like fuck it, like no favorite because this game is gonna be bonkers. This game is gonna be bananas. And I really do think Tyreek Hill is going to cut up. I think Tyreek Hill is built to beat this defense, burn this defense. Mike McDaniels is feeling him, is going to come in with the game plan. And I think y'all finna shoot this bitch out as long as I think I'm gonna shoot this bitch out. I think it's gonna be like a 35-34 type of game. Comes down
Okay.
to whoever gets the ball last. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Calhoun. I want to take the Dolphins. I do think y'all are gonna eat, but the Chiefs offer an L, which I'm not surprised. No, I'm not even gonna say that because I'm not even surprised with the Chiefs taking off back-to-back L's. But I just think the Chiefs is coming ready, and this is, I guess, the test. I guess to see if you guys can beat the good teams. Because they keep trying to say you can't beat the Eagles, you can't beat the Bills, but if y'all bust the Chiefs, now it's like, hey, bitch, don't forget about us. So we'll see.
One thing that scares me is Robert Hunt, one of our better all linemen. Like we're getting healthier on all line, but then now Robert Hunt out because the last week he got hurt, and then you got fucking deal with Chris Jones with the backup lineman. Like that is what scares me the most on that fucking Chiefs game. Split on the pick. Let's go to the next game. Ravens 6-point favorite at home against the Seahawks here. Ravens, I mean, they had a nail biter against the Cardinals last week. Seahawks coming off a nail biter against PJ Walker and the Cleveland Browns. Should be an interesting game here. Do you think Lamar does his magic at home, or do you think the Seahawks got something for him on the road?
I think interesting is the best way to put it. This is going to be an interesting ass game. But I think the Ravens offense is just looking too good right now. They're rolling. They're heating up. And they're stacking wins at the right time. That is like that post Halloween Thanksgiving break, like Thanksgiving time is when they start separating teams. Teams separate themselves. That's what Arthur Smith said on the Pat McAfee show. Is when teams start separating themselves, and the Ravens are peaking. Look like they don't plan on peaking until the playoffs. So they can keep going, stay active. I really don't see a team like the motherfucking blah blah blahs to beat the Ravens in this week. Even though the Seahawks do look good, and it should be an interesting game, I just don't see it because the Ravens are rolling right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that like the Ravens are still sitting at like a bottom five, like a top 5 pass defense, which is scary. Like I know you can kind of run the ball against them; they are kind of vulnerable against the run, but like their pass defense has been really good. And the Seahawks, they have a fucking stallion in Kenneth Walker, but they seem to be a team that is like okay, like they're okay with only giving him 15 touches and letting Geno throw that bitch 40 times. And it's just not a good recipe. And that's why I think that I got the Ravens too. I do think it'll be kind of a fun game, but then come the third and fourth quarter, I give me a Geno Smith interception. Give me that on the paper. Put that as the first prop on the board. And I just think the Ravens defense is going to hold it down. And Lamar might have a fumble issue still, but I like the Ravens here at home.
And they're at home. I thought they was in Seattle.
No, they in Baltimore right now. And
Yeah,
Seahawks have a really great pass defense, so I don't think Lamar is going to have a great game per se, but I just think it's going to be more like the Seahawks mistakes is what allow the Ravens to win.
Hell yeah.
And then we got a game that's ugly on paper. You got the Browns as a 10-point favorite against the Arizona Cardinals in Cleveland. Pretty sure PJ Walker is still the starter to go. And over there in the Cardinals, I'm not even sure. I don't think Kyler Murray is going to fucking – oh, no. Watson is back for the Browns. But I don't know who the fuck is playing quarterback for the Cardinals right now. Clayton Tune, the rookie.
Isn't it like Jaron Hall or something?
I'm pretty sure
that's the Vikings, my bad.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Clayton Tune. I think he's the backup. Let me see. Yeah, rookie Clayton Tune is going to get the start. He says he's eager for the opportunity.
They said Kyler was back there throwing with the backups, though. I don't know. Maybe Kyler coming soon, but like, this is going to be how do you think this game goes?
I think Joshua Dobbs was like the fighting spirit on this team, and they traded away the spirit of the team. And I think like the GM and them want to tank. The GM and them don't want to win this season. And if motherfucker Joshua Dobbs almost beat the Ravens last week, already got one win on the board. They're like, yeah, we gotta fucking get rid of Dobbs. All right, he's getting these boys fired up and ready to play. And I think without Dobbs, I don't see this team. Like I think this team has finally been deflated. Like this is the Cardinals of the close game. Cardinals is kind of gone at this point.
I could definitely agree with that. I think that they don't give a fuck. They don't. They're trying to do as bad as possible. There's a fire sale going on. Maybe Buda Baker will be gone in the offseason type shit. Like there's a fire sale in Arizona. And Arizona has already been recently exposed for not being the best franchise in general. And I was watching some NFL history shit, and I found out that Cardinals historically sucked, like in St. Louis and everywhere else. Like the Cardinals have not been a good team, like in general. So the fact that we've known them as a decent team, we can thank people like Larry Fitzgerald and shit.
Kurt Warner.
Yeah, like Cardinals are historically not a great team. They have a lot of bad seasons. So I think this is just the Cardinal way. Maybe we could be wrong, and they're up to something, and Kyler Murray comes back and they figure something out, but I doubt it.
Both going with the Browns, big spread for a reason. Next game, Texans are a 3-point favorite at home against the Buccaneers. This is one of the more interesting games on the slate. Texans 3-point favorite here. Do you agree with it? I know you're not the biggest Bucs fans, but this is the Houston Texans coming off a loss to Bryce Young right now.
I was so mad when I seen they were favorites. Because the booty pirates are booty. But Texas don't need to be no 3-point favorites against nobody for real. Especially coming off a loss.
Yeah, I'm throwing that up in the best bets. Like, even if you don't like the Buccaneers money line, Buccaneers +3. Like, there should be no reason why the Texans should be a 3-point favorite.
I'll take the points on that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, maybe the bookies are geniuses, and this is one of those games that they play us on like they used to do all the time last year. But no, I like the Bucs. I like this to be one of those games where Baker does some crazy shit in the fourth quarter, makes it happen, and gets the dub.
I think it's gonna be both quarters. I think it's gonna be kind of low key a shootout. Like Buccaneers are the third in the last 3 weeks. They're ranked third worst pass defense, allowing 309 yards per game to quarterbacks in the last 3 weeks. And the Texans are right behind them in fifth at 296. We saw Bryce Young. People were talking about, damn, Bryce Young looks like an NFL quarterback after last week. Like that's how bad that fucking Texas defense against the pass has been looking. Both teams really good against the run. So I don't expect neither team really has a run game to begin with. So like I think it's gonna be all on the quarterbacks. I would think it's gonna be a nice little shootout, but I just like the Buccaneers got weapons. Like they still got Mike Evans on the fucking side. They still got Chris Godwin. They're gonna be. I think the team that has the more weapons is winning this game.
Yeah, I like the booty pirates to do their things in this one.
Might be the dog of the week too. We'll come back to that.
I'm not doing all that.
You're not doing all that.
I'll take the booty pirates though.
Next game, Saints are 8-point favorite against the 2-6 Chicago Bears. This should be a good one. Derek Carr and them, honestly, they got a good win against the Colts last week. And then the Bears, they got absolutely. I mean, we said like the rookie quarterback shit is gonna be over. Like Justin Fields is probably not playing this week again. It's gonna be the backup rookie again. And this is the fucking Saints defense. Like this is gonna be scary. Like this is gonna be an absolute ass whooping, I think, for the Saints. They are 8-point favorite for a reason. So I'm gonna say take the 8 points. Fuck it. Give me the Saints -8. I just don't think the Bears are gonna have any way of making points in this game.
Wow. Saints defense is pretty fucking scary. And so I agree with you on that sentiment, which is crazy. Why did I have to root for both of these bitch ass motherfuckers this week? But we're gonna have to take the Saints on this one because I was out on the rookie after game one. I was like, okay, he did what he did. It looked cool. I was out after game one. definitely out this week against the scandalous Saints defense.
They put up 13 against a Chargers defense. Like there's a different tier that we hold the Saints defense.
Yeah, that's just about to be bad.
Next game on the slate, Falcons 3.5-point favorites, Kev, against the Minnesota Vikings with the rookie quarterback.
Ha 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 ha. No Jay Jettas, no Kirk Cousins, no problem. I'm hoping we come into this game serious. But I don't think the question is really about the game itself. I think it's more about our quarterback situation going on right now. Taylor Heineke getting the start this week.
Oh, I forgot to bring it up. Yeah, Desmond Ridder getting benched. We got the Heineke man himself. Man, I wish I had a Heineken for him right now. That's my boy.
He looked good when he came in the game against the Titans. So I'm not mad at it. I wish I'm a little old school. So if the rookie quarterback sucks, let him suck all season. I can live with it. The fans couldn't. They were coming for his head every week, especially when he had those 3 fumbles. So it's good to see what happens. Let's see what Taylor Heineke can do. He showed he's a dog multiple times in the past. Everybody brings up that game he almost won against that playoff game he almost won. I think it was against the Patriots or Tom Brady and them boys. So like, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But I'm expecting my team to ball out. I'm expecting our defense to look good, especially after they just let Will Levis do all that crazy shit to them. Take this shit seriously and don't give up no holes in the fucking zone.
Yeah, if y'all get cooked by two backup, like back-to-back weeks by like rookie backup quarterback, not rookies, but like I think they're both rookies. Either one's a second year or one's a rookie. I think back-to-back rookies. That's not gonna be a good look. But I do think this is y'all's game. I got the Falcons -3.5 as one of the best bets. The Vikings defense is still very leaky. Like they're not a good defense. I think Heineke. It's gonna be scary because like Heineke's gonna come in. I think y'all's offense will look a lot better. Like, and that's no shot at Desmond Ridder. I just think he's a professional. He kind of uses his legs too, and like kind of like an upgraded version of Marcus Mariota from last year. And I think that's going to be enough. Like Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, y'all got the weapons. Like the weapons are there for him to use. And
Drake London got ruled out.
Oh, Drake London's not playing? Was it the injury from the last game?
I think so.
Well, even still, he's still got Kyle Pitts, who's supposed to be a phenomenal athlete. Then like Mac Hollins, deep threat. Who is the other guy? Y'all have another wide receiver y'all been using a lot more of. I can't remember his name, but because Hodges.
Oh yeah,
Hodges getting to kind of know. I just think y'all's offense like 3.5. They're trying to scare. They're trying to make people like, oh, like give me +3.5 on the odds. Like I get the field goal and a little extra half point. So as long as they lose by 3, I cover. And everyone's gonna take that +3.5. And I think it's time to take the Falcons -3.5. I think they're gonna steamroll them. Just roll them over. Time of possession is going to be big also. I think Minnesota is going to have short drives. And then you're going to have fucking Arthur Smith running the ball a lot, taking up all the time of possession. And that's how y'all going to win this game.
Right. Ginger T is powerful.
No, Ginger T, it'll get you right, though. Next game, Packers are a 3-point favorite at home against the LA Rams. Stafford, his thumb sprain is up in the air on if he's going to play. So that's why I think the Packers are the favorite here. I think the line right now is showing that Stafford won't play. And this game's hard to pick because like if Stafford's playing, it's hammer the Rams. If Stafford's not playing though, this could be a Jordan Love win.
I think this game is going to be close as fuck. I think with Stafford, it's a game time. It's a really game time. Like I would love to see somebody wait till the injury reports come out and then make their bet. It's a game time to see if Stafford plays. I'm leaning toward him playing in my eyes, but I could be tripping. I don't know anything about the Rams training room. But if Stafford doesn't play, I still think this Packers has a good chance because this Packers does have a decent pass defense, right?
Yeah.
You have a decent pass defense with Stafford. I still think it'd be especially after the ass whooping they just got last week from the Cowboys. Maybe the defense might be motivated a little bit more to play. But I don't know. I think even with Stafford, the Packers still have a good chance.
Really, Jordan Love just has not looked too good to me.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
That's the thing I think the biggest issue for me is, and like the O line hasn't been that great either, so I can understand. And then like Aaron Donald, like I know the Rams got boat raced, but like the opening drive, I think they got like 2 sacks on Dak Prescott within the first drive. Like Aaron Donald blowing him up, and then someone else blowing him up, and I was like, damn, like that looks like vintage Rams defense. And like maybe that little thing got me thinking, like, yeah, take the Rams here. And then the backup is Brett Rypien, not long time, but was on the Broncos for a while. Wasn't that great over there, but he is a professional. Like he has experience. He started I think he started 8 games for the Broncos, so like he definitely has game time experience. It's not like you're throwing in someone who doesn't know anything. And you still got Cooper Kupp. I keep going back to the weapons. You still got Cooper Kupp and Puka, and I think I'm gonna rock with the Rams here as the underdog, even if the backup has to go.
If I knew about Stafford, maybe like if it wasn't a game time decision, I would take the Rams most likely. But I'm gonna take the Packers on this one because didn't they have a bye last week?
Yes, they coming off the bye.
Coming off the bye, thought about some things, figured some stuff out.
How to get right.
Sunday. I'm taking the Pack. I'm gonna take the Packers off the bye on this one.
Next game on the slate, we got the Patriots as a 2.5-point favorite at home against the Washington Commanders, who just traded away their 2 best pass rushers. So this game is kind of hard because like everything's telling my gut's telling me take the Washington Commanders here, take them as the dog, get the +2.5. But without their pass rushers, like I don't know how this defense is going to look.
I mean, they played a lot of games without Chase Young, but I think I'm shocked that you're thinking the Commanders because I think this is the Ron Rivera like last game type shit. Like after this, the hot seat is hotter than it's ever been, and they don't get the W here. And I don't think this team is getting up for Ron Rivera.
I'm gonna go with the commies as a dog. I need to start spreading the dog love. Yeah, and I'm gonna say take the +2.5. I think this game's gonna be really close. And like the Patriots, they also have not looked good. Like they look really bad, and like they fucking beat them. We beat them last week. I know they beat the Bills, but like outside of that, they're 1-4 in their last 5. Like, so are the Washington Commanders. But I'm just like, I just can't, like, as a favorite, I just can't see it, especially as a 2.5-point favorite. I just don't see it. Like, I just think the Commanders, like, Sam Howell might be better than Mac Jones, which is something crazy to say.
Oh, they about to get you. It's the bookies. They get you. They make you think twice. I think that the Patriots, in the words of Pat McAfee and the boys, stink.
Yeah.
But and you talking about those, they're 1-4. 2 of those losses were the greatest losses in the Bill Belichick era for the Patriots. So not only do they stink, they're historically terrible. And they're at home, but home and field advantage literally means nothing in New England now. There was a point in time I used to be scared to go to New England. I'm shook. I ain't trying to go to New England. Y'all, well, except y'all niggas. Y'all niggas love going to New England. But niggas be scared to go to New England. Now it's pulling out to Foxborough real quick.
What's popping?
Don't even call it New England no more. They call it Foxborough. We're pulling out to Foxborough real quick. So it's everything in life tells you don't pick the Patriots. It just makes sense. The Commanders is a good dog pick. We've been picking hella favorites. But I'm a favorite this bitch again. And I gotta take the Patriots. I think whatever the commies got going on right now is deeper, is really fucking deep. So they have to go on a fire sale or they're figuring something out. But there's a lot. there's gonna be some more headlines from the commies that look coming this season, and it's not gonna be good ones. Or I mean, it depends what you consider good or not. So I take in the Patriots. I think that even though they lost to y'all, they still did get a turnover early in the game, tried to make the game close. So like I will say they lost, but they didn't it's not as if they like gave up or they fucking sucked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Patriots on this one. I think the bookies might know something.
Next game on the slate here. Panthers, 2.5-point favorite at home against the Colts. I'm not favorite. The 2.5-point dog at home against the Colts. This game, I mean, I'm going to just make it down like, yeah, the Panthers have had a top 5 pass defense. They've only allowed 201 passing yards. But on the flip side, they have like a bottom 5 rush defense. In the last 3 weeks, they're allowing 136 yards on the ground. Jonathan Taylor looks all the way back. Zach Moss is still finding ways to like not lose the fucking starting job. Like every week in and week out, he's still getting a touchdown, still putting up yards. And I think the Colts, they might be like a AFC version of the Falcons right now, where we're gonna run like we got 2 good running backs here, and we're gonna run the ball 40 times a game, and let Garnu do some shit in the red zone, make a couple big passes here and there. And that's why I like the Colts here. I think they have the running backs to run the ball right down the Panthers' throats here. And the Panthers coming off their first win, they probably dumped the Gatorade. They're probably feeling way too happy about it. And this is a good time to fade the Panthers. If the Panthers would have lost last week, this probably is like a 5 to 6 point spread. Instead, they won, and now it's only 2.5. I'm gonna throw that onto the best bets. Give me the Colts minus 2.5 here.
Man, Paul, you know there's no way in hell I'm picking the Bucks, Panthers. The Panthers, Bucks, and Saints all in the same episode.
That is
So
not good for the brand.
We're not even worried about the pick. But I do like that. I do like that comparison to AFC Falcons because I was gonna make some disrespected ass face, but I was just like, he might be on to something.
Jonathan Taylor is their Bijan, and then Zach Moss is their Alligator.
And we play some decent defense, but motherfuckers began shit over the top, and it'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
And the Colts, their defense gets sacks. Like that's one thing they haven't struggled with this season. They don't get much takeaways, but they get a good amount of sacks. And I think that's going to be the Panthers O-line has been very shaky. I mean, there's enough said about that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, fuck this.
Next game, this one's wild here. Raiders starting Aiden O'Connell taking on the Giants, who will be starting Daniel Jones for the first time since, I think it's probably because of the fact of Tyrod's is out. Like if Tyrod was still healthy, I don't think we see Daniel Jones this game. I don't give a fuck. I think Tyrod still probably gets to start, and we're talking about, yeah, we're gonna wait till Daniel Jones is 110% ready. Nah, now Tyrod's out, and now we're getting thrusted back into the Daniel Jones era. And and you got the Raiders who are probably at an all-time low. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they get up for this coach. Maybe the team didn't fuck with McDaniels at all, and they're like, we fuck with Antonio Pierce, linebacker coach from Compton. Grew up. I was born a Raiders fan. Fucking NWA going to the stadiums. I was pulling up when they were still in the Coliseum. Like they feel me, and I'm gonna feel them. He said some shit. I was like, this sounds like a coach that these motherfuckers might play for. Like this sounds like a guy.
Man, I came into the show picking the Giants. I ain't gonna lie to you. Until you told me Dale Jones is playing, I was like, oh, that just killed my whole entire pick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just when I found out he was playing, oh, never mind. And so I think O'Connell had some pretty good spurts, good moments. Does he? I think he got 1 win. So
yeah, but he came. Yeah, he came. And Devontae Adams said he should be the starter for the rest of the year after that game. That was like week 2.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the team's gonna put the. I don't know if this Raiders team is better than the Giants. I just feel like this Raiders team is going to get up for this game. All the shit that's happening, all the moves being made. We've seen the Raiders do it before. So I don't know if they're going to do it again, but I think they can get up and make something happen this week.
Yeah, and the fact that the Giants star player is on IR. The
Who,
kicker,
Tyler?
the kicker, Graham Gano. He's out of there. Yeah.
Paul, you disrespectful.
Yeah, so their red zone trips, they ain't ending in field goals. They ain't getting much points. And at that point, I like the Raiders.
If you said that in Baltimore about Justin Tucker, niggas might be obliged to shoot at us.
Hey, I'm just saying how it is. Like, they're not scoring points unless Graham Gano is on the fucking field.
That was the most disrespectful shit I've ever heard.
And I kind of talked myself into it with thinking about how Antonio Pierce's press conference, and he sounded like there might be another Rick Versace in the building.
Yeah, I thought you did that on purpose. You was like, oh, I'm gonna get his ass because you know how I fuck with Rick Versace. So I was gonna be like, yeah, man, it's another one.
And expect Max Crosby to have a day against that fucking Giants O-line.
Was it you that said if Max Crosby was on any other team, he would be
Darius Slay said it on his podcast, but I said it on here. I gave Darius Slay the credit though. Like Darius Slay says this, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, he's a game breaker every game. These are the reasons why I watch Raiders football. I promise you, I do not watch the offense. I watch Max Crosby down low, getting back there.
Damn, actually, I might have to change my pick. I forgot that I had a stat here, and I forgot. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and I'm looking at it now. Last 3 weeks, Raiders are dead last against the run, allowing 160 yards per game. And, like, Daniel Jones might not be able to throw that thing, but he can run that thing. And Saquon Barkley could definitely run that motherfucker. And I think I might – and not even just that I think the Giants' defense can do anything. I think I just think it's going to be – I think the Giants are going to find a way to win, actually.
Fuck you, Paul. You did that on purpose. I'm still taking the Raiders. Because I definitely came in this bitch picking the Giants, but you were talking into the Raiders.
Yeah, and take the Saquon Barkley over rushing yards. I think that's going to be a hammer home prop bet. I don't have the number in front of me, but whatever the fuck number they put it at, take the over.
I'm trusting Aiden O'Connell just because he already has to win this year. Win is win again.
And then the divisional matchup that we've honestly been waiting for 2 years at this point, or no, since last year, but Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are taking on the Cowboys at home. Eagles are a 3-point favorite. If you don't remember last year, this game was supposed to be a big matchup early in the year. Dak Prescott gets hurt. Jalen Hurts plays against the backup. Later in the year, Jalen Hurts got hurt, and it was Gardner Minshew's game, so Dak Prescott played against Gardner Minshew. We have yet to see Dak versus Jalen Hurts. This is finally they're both healthy. They're gonna play both of them. Philly's a 3-point favorite here at home. How do you feel about it?
3 points.
Jalen Carter might not play. I think he's hurt. He might be out this week.
Bro, the Cowboys just fucked up the Rams. Whoop they motherfucking ass. The Eagles just played.
The Eagles, they just beat the Washington in a very close game again.
In a very close game. Damn near overtime shit. Yeah. I can see this Cowboys team. I can see this Eagles team coming really dialed in. I can see this team thinking like, yo, we're the best. 7-1. We finna continue it. I could see this Eagles team being really, really focused. And I don't see this Cowboys team with a receiver to stop, with a corner to stop A.J. Brown. Because I think he breaks the record for most. He's leaning on the record for most 125-plus yard games. I think he's like at 5 or 6.
He's at 6.
Yeah, he needs one more to break the record. I think this is that game. Because I don't see.
Oh, no, he already broke the record. The record was 5 with Calvin Johnson. He broke it last week against the Washington.
Oh, nice. I think he continues because, like, I don't see them stopping this man.
See, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on the road as mainly just because on the road, I think they're gonna be really up for this game, and I think both teams are gonna be really up for this game. Don't get me wrong, but like this is a game where like Dak also feels the pressure, and I think he has a good game. Like the Eagles, we always think about how they have such an elite defense. I'm not saying they don't, but in the last few weeks, they're bottom 10 against the pass, allowing 266 yards per game, and like I don't think Tony Pollard is going to have a great game, but I think it's going to come on Dak's shoulders, and I usually fade Dak in that situation. But it's also the Cowboys' defense. like they're still even without Tavon Diggs, like they're only allowing 215 yards passing, 72 yards on the ground. That's less than 300 yards a game. Like their defense has still been fucking. Hey, ask Matthew Stafford about that defense. Like he'll tell you, like them motherfuckers are ruthless. And I think that that defense, like what the last time the Eagles played an elite defense, who was it? The Jets. They lost 14-7. Oh, no, not 14-7. They lost. Was it? No, they lost 20-14. Only put up 14 points against that elite defense. And I think this is another elite defense in the Cowboys, and no one's really bringing that up right now. And I think this is like gonna be another game where Jalen Hurts and them don't just fucking dominate the line of the scrimmage, and they don't like their O line doesn't have the edge. Their O line has the edge against almost every D line in the NFL, not against the Cowboys D line. And I think we're gonna see a different style game. I really like the Cowboys here on the road. Give me them as give me them as a dog.
I respect it. I mean, I wouldn't have took it, but I respect it. I think it's funny. I feel like all the teams we been split. I went favorites, you went dog.
Then this is a fun ass primetime game. They actually hit the nail on the head for Sunday night football. We get the Bengals versus the Bills. Bengals
Nice.
2.5 point favorite at home against the Bills here. Bills on the road, 2.5 point dog. This is also the Damar Hamlin game from last year. We never got to see who would have won this game. The game came to an end abruptly. This is gonna be a big game. I can already see the Damar Hamlin commercials. I can already see like the setting is already set in my head. Like this is like Damar Hamlin is gonna get like the standing ovation when he enters the field. Like I think everything, including the refs, is gonna be on the Bills' side this game. Like there's gonna be that energy of like, all right, like this is how this game would have went, and the fact that the Bengals, they've been winning games, but their defense in the last 3 weeks is allowing 344 yards passing,
Wow.
dead last in the NFL. And I think this, like, we talk all the shit about Josh Allen, but I think this is gonna be a Josh Allen game. I think he probably throws for like 300 and something yards. Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, they're gonna be eating Dalton Kincaid. And I like the Bengals, but I just don't like him as a favorite here. Give me the Bills plus 2.5. Throw that on the best bets, and give me the Bills money line.
Oh, I'd love to take the Bengals so bad in this game. I feel like they've been doing whatever they needed to do to win. But this Bills team, I think they're dialing in ever since that loss to the Patriots. But nah, who did the Bills play last week?
The Bills last week, they're coming off. Let me see for you real quick. Bills coming off the win against the Bucks, 24-18 on primetime. And the Bengals coming off a big win against the 49ers, 31-17.
Bengals, they're a dog.
Bengals are the favorite at home.
Fuck. I can't get no dogs. It's crazy. Oh man, this game goes either way. But I think I don't like that Bills defense giving up that many motherfucking the Bengals defense giving up that many passing yards.
344 per game right now in the last 3 games.
In the last 3 years or 3 weeks?
No, in the last 3 weeks. In the last 3 weeks, that's what their defense has been allowing.
Oh, that's a tough one. This is a tough one. I mean, I would love to go Bengals. My heart says Bengals. Fuck it, I'm gonna take the Bengals. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Take the Bengals here.
Wait, if I have, I gotta check to see if I have any dogs. We'll see if I keep the Bengals or not. But I'm not.
You have the Bucks right now, and let me see. You have the Bucks, and yeah, that's it because the Raiders are a favorite.
I might end up taking the Bills, but as of right now, we're going Bengals.
I can't. Did I say the commies plus 2.5 is one of my best bets?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I thought I did. I wanted to make sure I gave that out on there. All right. Oh, and then I took the Saints -8 as well. That was the other one. I was like, I'm missing one on my paper in front of me. Yeah, no, but I just think like if the Bengals defense was playing better ball, you'd probably talk me into them. You know, I'm not the biggest Bills fan. I'm not a fucking Josh Allen fan. So, but just the stylistically matched up, and this is gonna be like DeMar Hamlin's game. I think the Bills are just gonna be riding it. Like this is just a perfect time to pick them.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills. Fuck it. I need another dog.
You taking the Bengals?
The Bills.
Taking the Bills?
When I watch the Bengals bust their ass, and I'll be like, I fucking knew it. And they've just been playing too many close games.
Who?
The Bills have been playing too many close games.
No, I mean they lost two in a row. Oh no, they lost one against the Jags, and then they arguably should have lost the game against the Giants. No pass interference call, and then they lose to New England, and then they arguably should have lost last week with the Hail Mary attempt. If Chris Godwin would have just turned around a half second early, it would have been a touchdown different. Get Bucks win.
I'm gonna take the Bengals.
You sticking with the Bengals?
Yeah, I might change it again, but as of right now, I got the Bengals.
And in our final game on the slate, Kev, ooh, what a heater. Got the Jets at home. Monday Night Football taking on the Los Angeles Chargers on the road. Chargers are 3.5-point favorite on the road against the Jets here. Fun fact, Zach Wilson has the most fourth quarter comeback drives this season.
Really?
I think he has three. Either three or four. But yeah, he has the most comeback drives of the year, which is kind of crazy to think about.
I respect the whole I see my veins mentality, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, bro, why y'all always down? Like, why y'all always losing?
Yeah, if y'all was winning, y'all wouldn't need to be doing this.
Nah, that's crazy. So wait, who's playing one more time?
It's the Jets at home, 3.5-point dog at home against the Los Angeles Chargers coming into town.
The Jets as a home dog. Woo. That's an interesting one against the Chargers that love to fuck up.
Love them, but they on the road. They play good on the road.
An elite defense in the Jets.
I will say they are in the last 3 weeks, the Jets are the best pass defense, allowing only 143.5 passing yards per game.
And we know this Chargers. How much is this Chargers off?
But that is kind of. It also got to include there was a game where the Giants only threw for like 8 passing yards all game.
Tragic.
So that number is a little deflated. I will say on the flip side, though, in the last 3 games, Chargers are second worst behind the Bengals, allowing 309 passing yards. On the ground, though, Chargers have been playing great. They only allow 79 rushing yards per game, which is top 10, top 5 actually. And then the Jets are second worst against the run, allowing 142 rushing yards per game.
Wow, that's crazy. I can already see how these picks are gonna go. That boy Powell is gonna continue talking me into getting the Chargers, but he doesn't already pick them. And you gonna take the Jets? Am I a mind reader?
See, normally I would. Well, I'm going to take the Chargers just because we have yet to see the Austin Eckler game. He had week one. Week 1, he balled out. They lost to the Dolphins. I remember. I was there. I watched. But Jets allowing 142 rushing yards per game, and Austin Eckler hasn't had his game yet. Like, I think Justin Herbert is going to have a very rough day, and they might try to sling it out. But, like, if they get first run 6 yards, second run 5 yards, first down, then throw a little dink or dunk, and then another Austin Eckler, Joshua Kelly run goes for like 20 yards. Like, I can see them incorporating the passes where they don't have to pass, like almost like the Lions do. Like, they throw the ball 40 times, 35 times a game, but you would still kind of think they're a run-heavy team. Why? Because they're still running the ball a fuckload with Montgomery, Gibbs, Craig Reynolds, and then they're off the play actions. Off of this, they're doing these little smart throws, and I think Kellen Moore is going to be able to get that going. I think that's going to be the way to beat them. It's become a West Coast offense. And there's also the Chargers on the road. They play better when they're on the road for whatever fucking reason. They play really good on the road, and I like them here.
I think the name West Coast offense is so cool.
Yeah, that was like USC and them boys, like the college teams over there. There's legit this West Coast offense.
And when I found that out, I was like, oh, It's because they play on the oh. That's
It
kind
all
of
makes
far.
sense now. And I also think about like Chargers are 3-2 in their last five, and their two losses are to the Chiefs and the Cowboys.
Wow.
Not
Hitters.
bad losses.
Okay, I can take those. Titans. I'm not sleeping at night.
On the flip side, Jets are also 3-2 in their last five. Losses to the Chiefs and the Patriots. They did beat the Eagles.
Slightly.
They did beat the Eagles.
Damn, the Jets have been balling.
Are you taking the Jets or are you taking the Chargers?
Oh, I haven't said his name in a minute, but I got Jay Herbo on them boys.
All right. Yeah. So we're both riding the Chargers on Monday night. Before we get out of here, this is y'all's favorite part of the show. We're gonna do our locks and our dogs as always. 2 locks, 1 dog. Kev, as always, you get to go first.
Man, this shit crazy, right? So I'm rocking with my dirty birds, so I might as well lock them boys up. But my reasoning for this, Paul, is because there's such thing as NFL math, but I never learned the formulas. So last week you locked up the Falcons, they lost. So this week I'm locking them up because they gonna win.
Okay.
Simple math. Kept the 2+2 on you niggas. And then since I'm talking dirty birds, let's get to them filthy birds. The Baltimore Ravens. Disgusting. Grotesque. But they know how to ball, and the defense is eating right now. So I'll lock up the Ravens too and go double bird with it. Now I got to do some maneuver. But I refuse to take the booty pirates. I'll pick them, but I'm not going to dog them down, dog them up. But I will change my pick from the Bengals to the Bills so that way I can dog the Bills. Since it's crazy, I thought the Bengals would have been the motherfucking dogs, but it's all good.
Welcome to the right side of history, Kev.
It's bullshit. But fuck the Bucks. Fuck the Blue Cards.
See, I'm gonna go first lock. I'm gonna go with the Chargers against the Jets. Prime time game. Zach Wilson's gonna shit the bed. Austin Eckler's gonna have a huge game. They're gonna run it right down the Jets' throat. And then I'm gonna go double C, throw the C's up. Give me the Colts over the Panthers. Panthers got their first win. This line is way too small. I think the Colts here are gonna again. This is the Panthers fifth worst rush defense in the last few weeks. Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss. Don't need much out of Gardner Minshew to get the win here. And the Colts defense, they're not getting hoed by the ground and shit. Like we're talking about how damn, the Colts defense is still legit. They're still around. Then for my dog, I have a lot of dogs. I almost went Cowboys. I almost went the Giants. I almost went Washington. But I'm gonna go with the Booty Pirates, the Buccaneers here. I'm just fading rookie quarterbacks. It seems like I'm fading Bryce Young against the Colts, and I'm fading C.J. Stroud against the Buccaneers. I think it'll be a nice little fun shootout. But Baker and his weapons, I think, are gonna get it done here. And I like the Bucks. Yeah, give me the Bucks on the road as my dog of the week.
Nice. I mean, I'm glad you picked them because I know I wasn't.
Someone that showed a little love to Baker boys.
Mm-hmm.
But as always, thank y'all for staying tuned and watching. I have all the best bets already given out. I'll repeat them real quick before we go. Bills plus 2.5, Colts minus 2.5, Falcons minus 3.5, Rams plus 3, Commies plus 2.5, and the Saints minus 8. I will have more prop bets. I gave out a couple, but I'm gonna have the prop bet graphic coming out later this week. Stay tuned for kickoff. You'll see it then. As always, appreciate y'all for watching. Again, go down and comment and like. We'd love to hear y'all's feedback in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you're not already, go to youtube.com. If you're listening, go to youtube.com, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. I'm Paul Pickle Winham. That's Kevin Waterboy Savoy. This has been week 9 NFL picks. And if y'all didn't know, well, now y'all know, motherfuckers.